the renovation. That is your next big project. You're going to be raising funds. It's going to
Well,
be your
I've been lucky a few times. One was with bass, bass tournament coming to Grand Lake and getting that money. Another was with the HVAC, and then with this renovation. It's just, we moved under the Oklahoma Historical Society. We'd always been an independent commission. We'd done that for 70 years or so, and decided we needed to go into the OHS. It was just economies of scale and what they could offer, and so we did that. And Dr. Blackburn said, Tad, put together a plan, and you guys, John and you'd given all these ideas that I've got them all on my computer, these ideas we wanted to do, and so put down this master plan, and then all of a sudden we went to the legislature to ask for some money to try to make it happen, and we thought we were going to get some, and then COVID hit. And then Dr. Blackburn retired, and Trait Thompson came in, and Trait said we need to renovate all the museums across the OHS, so he created a big bond package, and in that was $7 million for the renovation, which again, just amazing. And it got passed by the legislature. So we're getting at least $7 million from the state of Oklahoma for a renovation here. And that includes an event center that's going to have an event center on the third floor, collections. We have 2 vaults that are just, not standard at all. If there was a fire, we'd lose everything. So we're going to have a new vault there. We're going to have new office space. And we're going to renovate put a new entrance in the museum where the garage is right in the middle. And we're going to renovate the exhibits. I mean, Will Rogers was cutting edge in everything that he did. And you both have been around here a long, long time and knows that every exhibit's changed at some point. The diorama room used to be where the gift shop was. I remember as a kid walking down, and I think you looked through a little peephole like this, and that's how you saw the dioramas. So the saddles have been in different areas, and all the exhibits have changed somewhat. So we're gonna make some exhibit upgrades, and we need to tell the story for new generations. A little technology. We want to keep the classiness as well, but some new technology. I mean, with artificial intelligence stuff, you can almost bring Will back to life, where he can talk to you and things. So we're looking at those kind of options, but it's super exciting. This is a huge renovation. We're going to be rebranding to the Will Rogers, the World Citizen Experience. You go on the back porch, and there's a plaque that was dedicated in 1938, and it says, Will Rogers, Oklahoma's favorite son and world citizen. And that's what we want to be. What made him so beloved and respected all throughout the world, not just in Claremore and Oklahoma or America. And it's these character traits of what made him special. And kids need a role model, and adults too. We need that role model to look up to say, here's how we can be a good person toward each other. And so that's going to be kind of the design around everything we do, is how can you walk through here, appreciate Will Rogers' legacy, and then go, how can I be a better person, when you leave? And so it's very exciting. I can't wait to dig into the exhibits and what we're going to do. Down one hall here, we're going to have Legacy Hall, things named after Will Rogers, and there are statues, and there are paintings in museums and wax statues of Will all over the country. And so we want to have that down here, and then we want to have exhibits where you can bring Will's passion for aviation and radio and movies alive. And then we're going to end with a crescendo. You're going to walk into an area and you're going to see Will Rogers 1934 and 35, the biggest star in the world, and so much excitement. Everybody talking about Will Rogers. They're reading him, they're listening to him on the radio, they're seeing him in the movie theater, in the news, everything. Daily articles that everybody's reading about Will Rogers. And then it's going to take you, and the temperature's going to drop, and you're going to go in the next room, and it's going to be, the crash. Here he is, biggest star in the world, in a desolate area of Alaska Territory in the crash. And you're going to walk back out. It's going to be the morning, the next day, when the whole world is mourning the loss of this beloved man. And you're going to have this appreciation for, what are we going to do to honor Will Rogers? And what did the country decide to do? Build, in the state of Oklahoma, is to build this museum. And they raise money, when we were doing all this, they raised money all over the country. There were quotas in states to raise a certain amount of money. This is during the Depression. So you have, during the Depression, the country coming together to raise money to invest on this hill in Claremore, Oklahoma, where Will and Betty bought to have a house. And now it's where his legacy is. And it's just so exciting to tell. And we hope we'll get people from all over. It's going to be hopefully finished by the 100th anniversary of Route 66, aka the Will Rogers Highway, and the 250th birthday of America. I just don't think there's a better a better person that the whole country can kind of look up to than him. So a very, very exciting time.
Ted, it's obvious how excited